After the trial, you, your family, and others walked up to him and hugged him and told him he was
That's not
right.
how that went down. First of all,
Willie D Live.
but don't nobody want to go.
Otherwise, you can just get up and walk out that door.
Oh, yeah, where the key at? You so big and big. Let's see you get up out of here. And a lot of people don't make it on the outside because they have purposely conditioned themselves because that's their world. And that's okay. To each his own. I choose to be free. I choose to earn my keep legally by the sweat of my brow. I have practiced long enough that your people's words don't break me down like they used to, and accusations. I am an open book. I try to teach everybody that comes in front of me you have less heartaches and headaches and health problems if you just do the right thing for you. And if you end up in front of me or you're court ordered to my classes or you come to my programs, you have done something that got you in front of me. So don't say you don't have any problems, because you do. And I'm there to help walk you through whatever your issues are. Stop being ashamed to admit that you need some help, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, financial, whatever it is. You keep stealing, you're going to keep going to jail. Quit calling me to tell the judge to give you another pass. And you've been to me 3-4 times. I'm not the get out of jail free girl. I did my time. And I never got out even on a bond.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I did my time. And I was guilty. I was hoeing. I was smoking crack. But every time they give you possession of a controlled substance less than a gram, I was such a crackhead, I didn't have no dope for them to even wash to find no residue. So I'm just saying.
In 2023, you sued Ed Sheeran over illegal use of
stealing
your father's music, right?
Stealing.
That was the Let's Get It On song. He
Yes.
used some pieces of Let's Get It On for his song.
Thinking Out Loud.
Thinking Out Loud, right?
But I went up against the firm.
Yeah. But here's the deal. What I want to know is, I read somewhere, and I want to know, is this true? I know I could have called you and asked you about it, but I just...
That's okay. I told you I'm an open book.
Yeah, but I want to know, is this true? Did you got... Ed Sheeran said that he considered it a win because after the trial, you, your family, and others walked up to him and hugged him and told him he was right.
That's not how that went down. First of all, what I said to Ed Sheeran was, if you and I had talked, I wouldn't have had to spend these 10 years waiting and going through all of these judicial acrobatics, and we never even had to come to court. We could have talked about it, but I had good representation and bad representation. And first of all, both catalogs are being managed by Sony. So it was already a conflict of interest right there, because they should have caught it.
Yeah, Sony could have actually patched that.
But
yeah,
since the trial, I'm going to publicly say I have been back in meetings and in talks and negotiations with Sony. And Sony and I have a good understanding at this point. And all those multiples, layers of attorneys, most people would have, when they offered to pay me $6 million way back, I turned it down. Because at the end of the day, it really wasn't about that money from me. It really wasn't. My father told me not to let anybody steal his work and for me never to sell his catalog.